ago, you said that you were going to cut aid from South Africa. Will you plan to cut aid across other African nations, and why South Africa?
No, it's only South Africa. Terrible things are happening in South Africa. The leadership is doing some terrible things, horrible things. So that's under investigation right now. We'll make a determination. And until such time as we find out what South Africa is doing, they're taking away land, they're confiscating land, and actually they're doing things that are perhaps far worse than that.
And on the back.
So for us as the EFF, we want to assure the people of South Africa that we want expropriation of land without compensation, and we are not ashamed of that. We have been calling for that and will continue to call for that, not this disguise of something that South Africa wants to call expropriation of land without compensation. Well,
in fact, Ramaphosa is one of Barack Obama's favorite leaders in the world. In a speech just a few weeks ago, Obama praised him. He praised the racist government of South Africa and Ramaphosa by name for, quote, inspiring hope throughout the country. Does our current bureaucratic elite agree with that?
All of them. Rine, we are living as a nation, and black and white, we are going to find solutions for our land question. So Donald Trump must leave us alone. He must leave us alone, Maori.
We've got an exclusive investigation for you tonight. The president of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, has begun, and you may have seen this in the press, seizing land from his own citizens without compensation because they are the wrong skin color. That is literally.
As regards what is happening in the United States, we have noted and we have seen some of those demonstrations. And these are matters that are happening in the United States. And we will therefore not be opining on what happens in other countries, as we don't believe that it's correct for anybody to be opining on what happens in our own country, because we don't want to interfere in what is happening in other countries. They are a sovereign country, and they must deal with their own challenges as we deal with our own challenges. And that is as far as we can go about what we are observing.
Forward, ZANU-PF, forward. Forward. Forward, ZANU-PF, forward. Forward. Forward, ZANU-PF, forward. Forward. We're here in our home. Zimbabwe is our home. And we're saying that the fight must continue. We're told that there's a protest here. We never saw any protest. Yes, it was driven by Western media. Now we're saying that don't disperse, don't fall into the trap of the enemy. Let's work very hard together.
It's totally okay for South Africa to steal property for racist reasons because they are, quote, a strong democracy and held, quote, public hearings. Criminals take note. Find a buddy, start robbing State Department employees on their way to work. By their logic, as long as you outnumber them, they'll be okay with getting robbed because it's democracy.
Now, the United States of America has increased tariffs, not only for South Africa, but for almost all countries in the world. And what Mr. Trump is doing is saying he calls those reciprocal tariffs, that is retaliatory tariffs, like he's doing those tariffs in retaliation, that if you have been charging the American economy certain tariffs to gain access to your market, you are going to be charged for you to gain access to the American market. So South Africa is particularly affected because from the year 2000, South Africa was beneficiary of the African Growth and Opportunities Act, which was a legislation in the American Congress or Parliament to allow countries in sub-Saharan Africa to take goods and products into the American market without paying any